There you go.
Hi, and welcome to Meditation and Moonbeams. This is where we talk about, putting on my glasses, how to use moon phases for manifesting, and then follow up with a guided meditation to support your mental well-being and emotional goals. This meditation series is brought to you by UMA Health Integrated Care Program. And today is Wellness Wednesday. Can you believe it? First Wednesday of the year. My name is Rhonda Jabari, and I'm a master level Reiki practitioner and teacher, meditation guide, certified chakra therapist, certified aromatherapist, wellness practitioner, ritualist, and author. And I help people regain a sense of control and balance in their lives using Reiki, chakra balancing, and aromatherapy to remove and release any energy that no longer serves a positive purpose. You can learn more about me on my website, www.wellnessuprising.com. And I want to welcome everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are my ride or die. So Naoe, I appreciate you, and Laurel and Joyce, thank you, and thank you. So today is January 7th, and we're going to talk about the last quarter Libra moon that's coming up on January 10th. And then we'll end with a meditation to prepare for release and rebalance. Now, for the purposes of meditation and moonbeams, here is how we approach the 4 major lunar cycles. The new moon symbolizes new beginnings, fresh energy, and the planting of seeds for future growth. So it's the ideal time to set intentions and start new projects and align your energy with what it is that you want to manifest in the coming lunar cycle. The first quarter moon, wait a minute, somebody's asking for this link. Hold on. What? I'm so sorry. One moment, because I want anybody to get on for this information that wants to. So you guys, please bear with me. I'll do this. Bio.site / Okay, so let me turn off any notifications and focus here. So the first quarter moon is a time for taking action and facing challenges head on. So as you move forward through that phase, you're encouraged to break through obstacles and focus on growth, helping your intentions to take root. The full moon is a time of culmination and manifestation and reflection. So that's when the energy of the moon reaches its peak, making it a very powerful time to release what no longer serves you and to celebrate what's already been achieved. And the last quarter moon, like we're talking about today, is a time of reflection, introspection, and letting go of any lingering energies before the next new moon, and then the cycle starts all over again. So the last quarter moon is a time for clearing and rest and preparing for a new cycle. And I always say, being aware of the moon phase every day can help you to make more conscious decisions about what to do and what not to do on a given day. So let's talk about this last quarter moon that is coming up in Libra. And again, thank you guys so much for being here. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. We are approaching this phase of release, reassessment, and realignment. So this is the part of the lunar cycle where we pause and ask, what's working, what's draining me, what no longer needs to come with me into the next cycle, which is great because this being the beginning of the year, a lot of us are looking at those questions anyway. So this particular last quarter moon takes place in Libra, which is the sign of balance, relationships, harmony, and energetic fairness. Even though the exact phase isn't today, the energy is already present because we're just a few days away. So think of it like the tide pulling back subtly at first and then kind of inviting us to loosen our grip. Libra energy asks us to look at a few things. One is where we've been overgiving. Two is where peace has been prioritized over truth. And three, where imbalance has quietly become normalized. You know, you get into those habits, you know you're out of balance, something doesn't feel right, but now it feels normal because you've been doing it for so long. So this energy is not about confrontation, it's about clarity. And as we always talk about, there are signs that are more impacted than other signs by each of these moon phases. So I want to touch on those a little bit. If you're Libra, of course, you're at the center of this moment because this is your moon phase. And this energy is asking you to stop carrying emotional weight that doesn't belong to you. So your medicine right now is boundaries. If you are Aries, this highlights your relationships and your partnerships. So take a look at where you're leading from reactivity instead of intention, and where compromise has felt kind of like self erasure. If you're a Cancer like me, home, family, and emotional safety come into focus under this moon's energy. So we'll feel called to release old emotional patterns that are tied to obligation or guilt. And then Capricorns are also heavily impacted by this energy. It touches their public life and their responsibilities. So it's a time to reassess where ambition has been outweighed by, whether ambition has been outweighed by well being. Sorry about that. And if you're Aquarius, then your beliefs, outlook, and future vision are shifting. So now's a good time to let go of rigid ideas about how things should be. And believe me, if your sun sign wasn't just mentioned, everyone is going to feel this Libra moon's energy. Balance is universal, and Libra is all about balance and beauty. So, what can you do to step into alignment with this energy? One is to practice conscious pause, which you're really doing kind of, even by taking this time to be on this call. Before responding, agreeing, or committing, pause. Libra teaches us that neutrality is power. Audit your energy exchanges. Ask yourself, where am I giving more than I receive? Release one small obligation. Not everything requires an explanation, so cancel something that's weighing on you too heavily right now. Create beauty without productivity. This is a big one, because I know that when I light candles and when I set things up and all that stuff, I am looking for beauty and balance, but it's usually for manifesting. But this is about rearranging a space, just lighting a candle. Beauty is really medicine under the Libra energy. And action step number 5 that you can do is speak one gentle truth. You don't have to say everything, but say something honest this week. Now, if you're like me and you're journaling every day, and especially for the people that are here that are in my 66 days program, each week I do leave journal prompts, journal and meditation prompts in case you want to meditate on your own. So ask yourself, and you can just pick one of these to ask yourself or create a question of your own. Where in my life am I maintaining peace at the expense of authenticity? What relationship dynamic feels out of balance right now? What am I afraid will happen if I choose myself more often? What does fair actually look like for me, not others? And what am I ready to release before the next new moon arrives in about 28 days? No, that's not true. The next new moon is, I'm sorry, in about 7, 8, 9 to maybe 10 or 11 days. So I love to, during this colder season, talk about foods that support whatever moon phase we're in. Libra energy benefits from foods that support balance, hydration, and the nervous system. So apples are a good choice, especially with cinnamon or honey. Leafy greens, so your spinach, arugula, kale, collards, mustards, any leafy greens. Herbal teas like chamomile, lavender, and lemon balm. Any fresh berries, and simple soups or broth. So when I say simple, I mean not necessarily gumbo, not necessarily beef stew, but something simple, just a simple chicken noodle soup or a vegetable broth. And one way to really access and unlock this energy is to eat slowly, chew intentionally, and let nourishment be an act of self-respect. So I always like to also include, as you guys know, a mini ritual. And this one I call the balance reset. And I try to keep these really short and really simple, and hopefully with, just asking for things that you already have on hand. So for this ritual, you would need a candle, and it could be white, pink, or blue. A small bowl of water, and just a pinch of salt in that water. So light your candle and place the bowl of water in front of you. Add the salt to the water and stir clockwise 3 times. And as you stir, repeat, I release what disrupts my balance. I reclaim my peace with clarity. And then dip your fingertips into the water and touch your heart or your forehead. And at that point, take 3 slow breaths and imagine your energy just evening out. No pulling, no pushing, no haggling. And then let the candle burn for a few minutes and then extinguish it with intention. And this is something you can do leading up to that January 10th energy when it comes into full power. So, as we move into our meditation today, I want to make sure that we allow this energy to work gently. You don't have to fix anything, just notice, just breathe, and let go of what you're ready to set down. And what I love about moon work is that it's okay to let the moon do some of the work for you. So take a minute to settle into your body. Allow your feet to rest on the floor or your legs to be supported beneath you. Let your hands fall naturally with your palms open or resting gently over your heart or belly. Close your eyes if that feels safe. Or if you're just gazing into the candle, I love doing that sometimes while I meditate. Just soften your gaze. And begin to notice your breath. No need to change it yet, just observe. Feel the weight of your body being held. There's nothing for you to carry now and nothing for you to solve. You are allowed to arrive exactly as you are. And gently deepen your breath each time, going a little deeper and a little deeper. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that breath at the top. Now exhale very slowly through the mouth for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it. Now exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this one more time together. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, imagine releasing anything that's on you today that is unwanted. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let go of conversations or expectations or any emotional residue that you no longer need to hold. And find your natural breathing pattern now and let your breath begin to smooth and soften. Bring your awareness to the top of your head. Soften your scalp. Unclench your jaw. And let your tongue rest easily in your mouth. And as you continue to breathe, feel the air moving in and out of your nasal passages. Allow your shoulders to drop away from your ears. And release the invisible weight that you've been carrying there. Move your awareness down through your chest, your ribs, your belly. And let your belly soften. There's no need to hold yourself together here. Relax your hips, your thighs, your knees, and your calves, all the way down to your feet. Don't think. Your body knows how to let go. Now imagine the moon above you, not demanding, not urgent, just present. We're approaching the last quarter moon, so this is a time of gentle release and honest recalibration. You may begin to notice what feels out of balance, what feels heavy, or what has been quietly asking to be released. There's no pressure to name it yet, just notice. Continue breathing in and out, making sure that your body is relaxed. Let the moonlight wash over you, bringing clarity without judgment. We all know Libra the scale. This energy is all about balance and boundaries. It invites harmony, but not at the cost of truth. As you breathe, imagine a set of scales in front of you. Balancing scales, and on one side is what you give, and on the other side is what you receive. Do your scales feel balanced or tilted? Without blame, without story, just awareness. And silently repeat, I am allowed to choose balance. I am allowed to release what disrupts my peace. I am allowed to choose balance. I am allowed to release what disrupts my peace. I am allowed to choose balance. I am allowed to release what disrupts my peace. I am allowed to choose balance. I am allowed to release what disrupts my peace. I am allowed to choose balance. I am allowed to release what disrupts my peace. We want to make sure this gets sealed in. So a couple of more times, I am allowed to choose balance. I am allowed to release what disrupts my peace. I am allowed to choose balance. I am allowed to release what disrupts my peace. And let that truth settle in your body. Now, I'd like for you to take a moment and just very gently bring to mind one thing that you're ready to loosen your grip on. We're going to do a release visualization. Just one thing, not everything, just one. I'll give you a moment to think about it. This could be a habit. It could be a role that you're fulfilling, an expectation, or an emotional pattern. Now I'd like for you to take that one thing and imagine placing it into the moonlight. You don't destroy it. You don't judge it. You simply set it down. And as you set it down in the moonlight, watch as it dissolves, not dramatically, but softly, like when the mist lifts at dawn. Feel that release and feel the space that it leaves behind. So whatever that is, you let it go and it caused the scales to tilt a little bit. And that's okay because now we're going to do some rebalancing. So bring your awareness back to your breath. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale again, imagining your energy evening out. 2, 1. And hold that breath. And exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue breathing at your own pace. And with each inhale, imagine your energy evening out. So there's no pulling and no pushing, just steadiness. And this time we're going to silently affirm, I choose alignment over obligation. I choose peace rooted in truth. I choose alignment over obligation. I choose peace rooted in truth. I choose alignment over obligation. I choose peace rooted in truth. I choose alignment over obligation. I choose peace rooted in truth. I choose alignment over obligation. I choose peace rooted in truth. And let these words anchor into your nervous system. Now take a moment to acknowledge yourself for showing up, for listening, for being willing to soften, and feel gratitude for your breath, your body, and your awareness. This work continues gently even after this meditation ends. Begin to notice the room around you, the sounds, the temperature, the surface supporting your body, and gently move your fingers and toes. And when you feel ready, take one final deep breath in and release it slowly. If your eyes are closed, open them softly and carry this sense of balance with you into the rest of your day. And let the moon continue to guide your release. Don't forget, you have that mini ritual to support you as you move closer to the day. You're held here, you're supported, and you are enough. Thank you for sharing space with me at today's Meditation and Moonbeams. I invite you to return next Wednesday, January 14th at 1 p.m. Pacific And remember that this is sponsored. It's free to you, but UMA Health and their integrated care program, they are doing some wonderful things. And so I love to be able to act as the guide and facilitator for this weekly meditation. Again, my name is Rhonda Kuykendall-Jabari. You can find me at wellnessuprising.com. And there are some tech glitches today, so if not today, try tomorrow. May your journey be illuminated with clarity, your heart overflow with compassion, and your spirit rest in steady ground. Until we meet again in stillness, find peace and be well. And thank you.